And we're back.
I'm fluffing.
Yeah, and I'm still drying my hair. My hair's still wet.
Doesn't it look good damp though? My hair
It's
doesn't
really
look
damp.
good damp.
Like, this is what happens. See, and it's like curly.
It is. She has a really good wave in the back, and I'm like, oh, use that. But she's
But
like, it's
it
not in the
doesn't.
front.
It doesn't do it anymore.
Okay, wait. Which way's the camera? So I know.
This side.
Okay. I always get confused. So
Look, guys, it's done.
So we're at Rachel's house. In case you don't know.
I feel like you're whispering.
I know. Well, okay, so Billy, her husband, is here and he's on a work call. So I feel like
And
I'm
the
trying to
baby's-
be
the
polite.
baby's napping.
Baby is napping. So who wants to wake a sleeping baby?
And her youngest and my oldest is at school. So
Hallelujah. Praise Jesus.
thank God for Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yes.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. I live for that. Oh, God.
I'll take your glass.
That's a little bite.
So,
we have been working really hard on finishing up her fireplace. I mean, just kind of. And the picture ledges. No, because we hung these together and these were a bitch to hang. So, let me get into that really fast. So, if you watched our last episode,
Tutorial.
yes, we did a tutorial on how to make these.
the actual shelf.
Yes, the picture ledges, right?
A 1x2,
easy.
a 1x3, and
Yes.
a 1x4.
And these are easy to make, right? Even the pocket screw things, not hard. She came over last week when I had the drill back. Oh, do you
actually
remember
comes, yeah.
that? So the battery that we
we had a
had,
bad
it
experience that day.
sucked. We literally, we would screw, so each picture ledge takes 4 holes, 2 on each end going opposite ways. Like it would be like this.
So we had to just screw in 12. We had to drill 12 holes, but the battery would
It should
only
have
last
taken at the max 30 minutes, right?
max.
Yeah. The battery would only last for us to get it in one hole, not even come out, just screw in one way. And then I'd have to take it and plug in the battery. Even if we left the battery charged for like 15, 20 minutes, one in.
And then charge for 15 minutes.
Yeah, so we could get
And
it
then
out.
put it on the thing, and then you have to get
Get it out, and then we could start-
hurry
yeah.
and start the next hole, and then it would die.
Yeah. No, we could get it in the next hole, but not out.
Right.
And that was, I blame my husband for this.
So 12 times
It was
15 minutes.
It was
and-
like 3 hours.
It was
And
ridiculous.
It wasn't like we were like trying to take up time. It was just the stupid battery for the drill. But besides that, and we talked about the homemade stain. I
Tea
showed
and
everybody
vinegar and
the tea
still
and
wool.
vinegar. And yeah, that's how you build them. How do you accessorize them though? Because that's what she was nervous about, right?
Pictures with pictures and stuff.
But you were nervous about actually having enough pictures and where you didn't know how to place them.
Right, I felt like I had too many big. I felt like I had too many big frames and big things, and not enough little things.
Yes,
so
and
it
she's
looked
like,
funny.
I don't have any decor stuff.
And like I
I'm
just had everything
"No."
setting up there before we finished it, and then Amanda came over and like
Whipped it up.
did that.
Okay, so we will start at the top and go down. Can they see all the way up here? I can't
Yep.
tell. Yes. Okay. So this one, as we talked about,
We did
a
that tutorial
on
on
that
that.
too. These are her family's dates, significant dates,
So my
birthdays,
birthday, Billy,
wedding date.
kid's
um,
birthday.
Funny side note: I had Billy's birthday as
1190.
1190. So he was like 830 something years old. Yeah. Well, you wanted him to be older.
You sent me a
so-
picture, and like
I didn't even see it.
I saw it like right away,
Mm-mm.
but like I don't think anybody else. would.
Well, no, but when I cut
just
out,
because it looked.
when I cut out the, oh, side note, I was hand cutting these. I wasted 3 days, and then I decided that I didn't like them. So I finally plugged in the old Cricut and had the Cricut cut them out.
She could have just left.
I
and
know,
been fine.
but when I was putting them on, I was short, like I thought I was short a 9, or no, a 1.
You
But I had an
extra
extra 9, and
you
I'm
were
like,
short of 1.
why do I have an extra 9? Well, it's because his birthday is not 1190. That's
It's
why.
19.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah,
that
he's young.
story. So we have that, and then this little thing up here. I don't know if you can see it, right there.
Got that from Goodwill. And
Well,
it
we
was
got
not
part
bad.
of it.
Yeah.
No, it was a bronze, like a dark bronze tile on a piece of fake wood, right? Didn't like it. We decided that we wanted to bring blue into this because we have blue over there. So I painted the tile a whole bunch of colors. And then this little plaque thing used to be in my bathroom, and there was elephant scrapbook paper on the front of it because it was a hand towel holder. So we
Thing
just,
was?
I just ripped this.
You weren't using it, were you?
No. It was from a long time ago. Like my kids aren't into like elephants anymore.
Oh.
I mean, we like elephants, but just not in decor. Nothing against elephants. So, but it was to hold a hand towel because it had like a knob on it that I put the hand towel on. So I soaked it in Dawn dish soap and my baking washing soda, ripped the scrapbook paper off, stained it with our vinegar concoction, and then glued the tile right on there. And now it's
There it is.
beautiful. Yeah.
It's a little
Because
tile
you
plaque.
kept saying, I don't have as much decor as you have on your picture ledges. And I'm like, it will be fine. And then these are all pictures.
So we either got them at Hobby Lobby or Goodwill,
Or majority
we have 'em.
Goodwill. I think we only got 3 from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Or Rachel had them. Like the canvas and this picture frame.
Yeah,
You got, yeah, she
This
had
is from
them.
a friend of ours. She just took this photo from Facebook and like made this for us.
And wrap.
Okay.
That's so
Like
cool.
for Christmas, yeah.
I really like that picture. And so this was our obstacle that we faced on the top one. That top picture is so big that we needed to create the height on both sides. Not as tall, but something. So that's why it's arranged this way. Yes.
Pictures on the side.
This shelf. Actually, this is the shelf I started on. And I like to start from the center and go out. This mirror was one of my favorite pieces that we found at the thrift store. We redid it. It looks beautiful now. And then I just went out from there. I started in the center and I went out. Now, as you notice, we have like gold accents up here. We have
Some white,
some white,
wood.
yes, some wood.
Little
We have
bit.
a little bit of blue. But so when I started with this, it's white and gold, right? So I wanted both picture frames on either side to not be
White and gold.
white and gold. So I took 2 darker picture frames, and then there's gold over here. Once again, I'm not farting in its floor. Gold over here, and
White.
white,
In the end.
white, and then this little finial thing was another thrift store find that was ugly, and now it's
Yes.
not. And then let's see here, the bottom one. So I painted this tray. This was a tray I got at Hobby Lobby.
It was a plain tray.
Plain wood tray. I texted Rachel several sayings that I found, and I'm like, which one do you like the best? And she actually chose this one. It says Aristotle, happiness depends upon ourselves, because she thought that her husband would appreciate that saying the most.
It's right up his alley.
And it's right up my husband's alley too. And actually, before
you
you
go,
even
Billy.
pick that, I'm like, that's what Tyler would want.
Mm-hmm.
I would have gone for a Walt Disney quote, but you know, I'm more whimsical. So from there, we have the bigger picture that kind of anchors it on the other side. And then there's the blue down here. So we have blue down here. We want to pull blue through up to the top. And we did that over here, but they're on opposite sides. Notice that. The plate. This is kind of a funny story. So first of all, we found this plate in Hobby's.
Take it off and show them.
Yeah, but Hobby Lobby's clearance section, and Rachel's like, what are we going to use the plate for? And I'm like, for decor, Rachel.
Hanging it, yeah.
And so I meant to get a plate rack hanger, and I forgot. So I'm like, it's okay, I can figure it out.
So we had like everything put up and decorated. And we knew where this was gonna go, but we didn't have a plate hanger.
But I
And
had a
she's like-
staple. I had a staple.
She's like, we can
no,
make one.
I, it was
She
a
goes-
Christmas ornament.
You go,
hook.
do you have any fabric? And I'm like, what kind of? She's like, old shirt, whatever.
Whatever.
Kids'
don't care.
clothes.
Yeah.
So I cut a onesie and gave her some fabric.
This is a Christmas ornament hook. She had just enough hot glue left. We had to put a pencil in the hot glue thing to get all of it out.
So she hot glued that
The
on
Christmas
the back,
hook, yeah.
and then this helps it stay more.
Yeah,
So it's
it
just hanging
anchors
on
it.
it,
Yeah.
hanging like
And
that.
this isn't going anywhere. Like this thing is like,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
And there's our clearance sticker. How much was that?
$2.99.
And isn't it pretty? Like look at the detail, and there's gold on the edges. I want to steal this plate. I'm not going to. But so
No,
yeah,
I
so
don't
if you're ever in a bind and you need to hang a plate, go find a Christmas ornament hook, some
Or
hot
staple.
glue, and an old onesie. Yeah, it works. I'm like the MacGyver of decor. Yeah. So
True.
one other thing, when you look, like so gold was an accent color. If you look, there is gold throughout. Once again, the blue bottom and top, the white is throughout. You don't have to go with, I see a lot of times people go with all the same colored picture frames. I think that's boring. And there's not one color I like enough to use throughout the whole thing. So you can use different colors. You just have
think it
to
would be harder
know.
To
That's typically what I
arrange.
see. What, with all the same?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like this way because it's more interesting, and kind of brings the room together because we used all the colors up there are in the rest of this room. Once again, we are in her living room.
Gold.
Yes. Everything neutral except for the blue. And the reason we went with blue, we will show you when we get to the fireplace. But let's step aside so they can see our masterpiece.
Our big
Yes.
picture ledge wall reveal. It's done.
And these are 4 feet long, right, Rachel?
Yeah, 4 feet long.
Yes.
So funny. I was at Target looking for something the other day.
Yes, you
in their
told me
home
this.
decor section,
Which is overpriced.
and they had these shelves. Exactly. It looked like a 1x2, a 1x3.
What color were
and
they?
4. Stained wood.
You know, it wasn't homemade, organic, non-toxic stained.
Stained wood. And so 1 3 feet, and these are 4 feet, shelf was $35.99.
For one.
Yeah. And we spent, hang on, where's my phone?
Yeah, she added it up. So we made, first of all, just to make these, we made 3 of them for under $30. So one at Target that is only 2 feet, these are 4 feet once again, is $35, which is, so if you get 3 of those, you're spending over $100 just on the ledges.
So on everything here, so on the wood and the pocket screws and
the
anything
frames,
we bought
thrift store
vinegar.
frames, yeah.
Steel
Steel wool.
Yeah, Hobby Lobby frames, thrift store frames. I spent $103 on
Can you believe
all
it?
of it.
I mean, this is like a focal point. This
And
is
I had some of
big
a couple
piece.
frames, but
Yes, you had this one and this one and
this one.
this one, and then this was an old frame of yours that I redid. But yeah, that's still really good price. Like if I looked at that, I guess you'd spent like $500. Like if I didn't know you went to the thrift store and bought frames and stuff, because frames add up.
And those shelves apparently aren't cheap if you buy them.
That's why I didn't buy
To
them.
make them.
Yeah.
I think the wood and pocket screws and stuff alone.
It was less than $30.
Well, my receipt was 62, but we bought like
Yes.
I bought a few other
Okay.
things. I don't remember what.
I don't either.
Anyways,
But, okay, so we are going to flip this because we're also doing the mantle reveal. And this is like a big change.
yeah. Well, I'll have to post like a before and after
Yes,
side by side in
yes,
the comments
yes.
when we post this.
Or we could do that as our like title shot or our first shot. But okay, so we're gonna flip this around and we'll see you on the other side of the room.
For the fireplace.
We are clickerless because it doesn't work. So we need to get a new one. Anyways, this is the big mantle reveal. Oh. And this might be like the most exciting one.
Yeah. Here's the
So this,
bottom. There's the top.
yes,
There
look
you
at
go.
that.
There you go.
It totally, we're gonna have to put in a before picture because
Yeah.
you probably don't remember.
It's been a while.
Yes, okay, so first of all, this fireplace was two-tone. It was the wall color
Gray.
on part of it and then like a cream white.
Gray. This
Yes.
is gray.
But it wasn't like a true white, it was like more of a dingy cream color.
Yeah.
I mean that in the
might have
nicest
been.
way.
Might have just been dirty.
Possibly, but that
White.
happens. You know, you live in your house. Anyway, so what we did first is we sanded it, wiped it all down, then we primed it with, it's like Bullseye 123. It's a water-based primer. It's really good. I don't like, I will take it home. I don't like to use oil-based products in the house because the smell is atrocious. So if you don't want to use an oil-based, that's probably the best primer to use. I used it on my cabinets too. So we primed it, what, 2 coats probably?
I think we just primed it
One
one,
coat?
and then we painted it one, and then we're like, oh crap, it looks like too much white, so let's tile.
Yeah. So because when we painted it, we thought maybe it was like a cream
Marbly.
marble, but not pretty marble, sorry.
Yeah.
Tile. That was the backsplash or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call that. Billy, do you have any idea what you call the surround, like this
Tile.
part of the, it's not backsplash. What is it?
Sticky tile.
Sticky tile.
No.
That's what
Yes, we used
Okay,
sticky
but
tile.
prior to this, it was tiled.
Wrong person asked.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why, but it was tiled, and it was like we said, a cream
It was ceramic
marble,
tile,
ceramic
yeah.
tile. Yes, and we thought, well, she thought maybe after we painted it all white, she would like the tile better. I think she was probably nervous to do my idea. That's because
You hadn't told me the idea yet.
No, but I told you I wanted to do
Maybe
steal and
sticky
pick
tile.
tile because I went back and watched the videos this morning so I could remember what we said. And when I'm watching it, I'm like, she's nervous about my idea. That's what it is.
What idea? What?
So
did you tell me
initially,
in the video?
very before we start painting it, I'm like, I think that we need to change. I'm gonna call it the backsplash. I think we need to change the backsplash, the tile. And then you're like, well, maybe we'll like it after we paint it. And I'm thinking, no, that white's just gonna make it look dirtier because it wasn't a true white. It was like a cream, and the grout looked dirty in between. Not because it was, just because that's grout. But I wasn't gonna push her because Rachel needs to ease into things. That's like your personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
so I went online, but I knew like that she would not like the fireplace unless
We
we
decided
changed
to
that
tile.
tile.
We decided
Yes.
that.
Well, once
it needed
yes,
after we painted
after we painted it, she was like, "Oh, that doesn't look good," and I'm like, "Praise Jesus, I did not have to like bring you to this." I'm glad you came up with that, because it is her house, and so you know.
Yeah.
But I had found this tile at Lowe's online, and I sent her the picture, and it's dark, right? It's like almost it's not
And a
totally black. It's like
hexagon.
charcoal, and it's a hexagon or a honeycomb shape. And it's different. It's way different from what she had. So I wasn't sure how she was going to react. So I sent her a picture and I'm like, now just keep your mind open. But I think the contrast between the two will be really like incredible. And you were actually on board like
I think we went and bought
pretty
it the next
quickly.
day.
Yeah. So I drug her ass to Lowe's, and $100 later, we were ready to start tiling.
We had the grout, we had the tile, we bought liquid nails because
Yep.
the review said it was hard because it's just like
So, but it's
it's like a sticker
It's
tile.
well, it's not a sticker because it feels like real. It's thick.
Laminate,
Yes,
yeah.
it's laminate, but it feels thick. It's not like a sticker, as in like a
so
thin.
yeah, not as thick as like a ceramic tile. So it's like a laminate tile, but you just peel off the paper.
Yes.
And are
And
supposed to just stick it on, but
yes,
we
but I
liquid
had-
nails
The reviews were great, except
And
it
stick
said
it
that
and
it didn't stick
stay down.
as good. So liquid nails is heat resistant, and I'm like, let's do that because that way, because they actually use their fireplace, and so we'd read the reviews, and when they did that, it was okay, like it worked, it was fine. So liquid nails we grouted with
Like a
gray
gray.
in between. I'm gonna say this. So this is time consuming.
Yeah.
It's not like a 2-hour project. We started
You came over
at
at like noon,
Mhm.
and then I don't know what time you left, but
I left around 7 something, and you kept.
you were there that long.
Yeah.
I put the last piece of tile in that was the size of my pinky fingernail down there in the bottom at 10:45 p.m.
Because the next day she was having a wine party.
Oh, yeah.
And she wanted it done.
Well, because I didn't want it to still be under construction, you know.
Well, I had to go pick up the kids, so I did leave when I picked up my older kids from school.
And came
We
back.
bribed Sophie and paid her to watch the little kids so we could get this done. We literally made a fence around the fireplace with chairs.
So the baby
Yeah.
can't get
Yeah,
over
like because
there.
the baby's coming over and she wants to put liquid nails in her mouth, like. So
Really good idea.
yes, but so this is not necessarily hard, but it's time consuming, and honestly, I recommend you have 2 people because there were a couple times where you tried to put when we went down this part, right?
Yeah.
She
Because the
had
hexagon
started-
shape, it was
Yes,
like
she had started to just put them like hexagons, and I'm like, no, we have to follow the pattern.
Yeah.
And then there was another time that I did something like that. She stopped me. So I would recommend having 2 minds.
and I was better at
She was much better at
and-
measuring
and cutting
yes.
them.
I
Do
well,
it like backwards. or
yes,
something.
I was better at making the actual cuts, but you were better at measuring everything.
Saying cut here. and
Yes, exactly. Because that's not, that's boring to me. So we did that, and she grouted the whole thing herself that next morning. Like, I had to go to a baby shower, my sister-in-law's baby shower, so I couldn't come back the next morning. Rachel's like, can't you just not go? And I'm like, no, I can't do that. But
I'm like, aren't you feeling sick?
Yeah, but you had it grouted like
In
by
30 minutes. It was
10.
like easy
It was
to
like
grout.
10 in the morning, and I'm like, really?
It was easy.
And she did like it's clean. There's no like bad grout lines. It looks
You're a little too close.
great. Well, no, so there's only one little piece at the top that you probably can't see from this angle,
Yeah.
and nobody would notice it. That we probably need to caulk just because of the way it lays. Once again, this is not hard, but it is time consuming. So if set aside 12 hours, yeah, and have 2 people. or a
I think
sister
it would
wife.
be easier if it were just a floor and you just go
Oh, if it
instead
was
of
just a
cutting
floor, that
around
would be
the
no problem.
fireplace.
Yeah,
And then at the bottom,
these cuts were very intricate.
where they
down
came
here.
to at the bottom,
Yeah, this
feel
one
like
was
I should
the
take
hardest
this off.
cut. That
there's like a
corner-
sliver like this big that I had to do.
You actually texted me that night and you're like, "What do I do?"
Yeah.
And I went to Tyler and Tyler
it was
like,
too
"You
big to
have keep
grout."
the spacing the same.
Yeah.
Put the little slivers."
It would have looked funny if I just did a fat old grout line
Yes.
down there.
So, that turned out really good. Then let's talk about
There's
how
the
we
painting.
accessorized it.
Oh
Okay,
my
so let's
God.
go over these paintings first.
Can I
So-
let's scoot this up a
Yes,
little bit
I
now.
want them to really be able to see the color of these because they're gorgeous.
My dog's laying here at my feet. Speaking
Here,
of
I'm
dog,
gonna take it off really fast.
or we can just
We're gonna go on a field trip, guys. Okay, so look at this.
I'll point out things.
How
So the
pretty is
paintings?
that?
These are acrylic Dutch pour. My sister-in-law does. Ride the Wave. Ride the Wave Art Co. Or no art.
I don't think there's
On
any art.
Etsy.
Yes.
So go to Etsy. Check that out.
Aren't those gorgeous?
This was from Amanda.
That was actually from my Christmas decor last year.
So we just repurposed it.
Yes.
We bought these pieces at Hobby Lobby.
Yes.
And then obviously the matching.
And then we'll go over here. Now they're not the exact same, but they are like
Right.
sister paintings.
Right, so they're like,
Like
a pair.
sister wives.
They're a pair of paintings. This was Hobby Lobby, this was Hobby Lobby, this was Hobby Lobby.
Tell them
This was
about the
Amazon.
candlesticks.
Oh, we tried for a long
The candlesticks just got here.
at 12:30.
yeah.
It's 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this back on. Because hold on, sorry guys, we're going for a ride. Okay, there we go. So, once we got everything up, we realized that we were lacking height. And Rachel's like, "What do we put up?" And I'm like, "Candlesticks." These candlesticks were impossible to find in the store, right? And we were going to film yesterday, but I knew we didn't have the candlesticks and I didn't have the tray done, to be completely honest. I got it done yesterday, but I found them on Amazon. I looked for an entire 6 hours, and I sent them to Rachel because
Went
I
to
knew
both
that they
Targets.
could be delivered the next day, and so
We
she liked
found
them.
candlesticks on Target that we kind of liked, but nobody had them.
Nobody had, but they said that they did because she sent her husband to another Target to get them, and they did not. They lied.
And my daughter.
And these were less expensive than the Target ones, right?
Oh, and in the prices, I didn't include that Amazon candlestick, $20.
Okay, well,
But it
add
was for
that
3
to
of
it.
them.
Okay, so 20 divided by
So-
3, that would be 650 because it would be 7 if it was 21, right?
So yeah, so
My
how much
math
did I
makes sense
spend?
in my head.
So if you exclude the tile and the paintings, because those are like
yes, those
special.
were commissioned and those were from her sister-in-law. And you had told me before, because I had looked at her work is gorgeous. I love her work. And I had said, hey, what if you get pictures from your sister-in-law? Because we had looked at mirrors. They were astronomical. And even cheap places. I could not find mirrors that were in our price range because we were trying to budget it.
So for the decor and I guess paint supplies really was $72.
Yeah, that's not bad. Look
Oh,
at this.
$72 plus 13.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Waller.
85.
And my budget was
Math's not my
75
strong
for
point.
the decor. So
Yes, so we
Not too
went
bad.
a little over
Not
budget.
too bad.
The
We're not in
paint-
the tile and the paintings here.
yeah. So yes, but you were okay with that.
Yeah. That's,
And you had said that you had wanted to order something from your sister-in-law,
Yeah.
and this was the perfect reason to.
Right.
These are one of a kind. These are something that you will keep forever.
yeah, nobody else has the same paintings.
No. And once again, so we did the blue over there because these have blue in it. And when we first asked her, she wasn't she was a little bit nervous about more muted neutral tones.
Yeah.
Because when you do this type of painting, it can get muddy real fast, and so it works better with bright
The
colors.
mix. So if they were all neutrally, they would just kind of mix and
Into
get muddy.
brown. Yeah. But she worked really hard, and they look incredible. She did such a good job. I know she's going to tell me that the time is
Well,
getting...
I don't know what time it is because we stopped it over there.
That's okay. Okay, well, we're going to wrap this up.
Wait,
Once again...
first.
Oh yeah, here, get it just that.
No, I was just gonna say this little girl.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Coco, say bye, baby. Aw, you got tears. So, in about an hour, we're gonna take Coco to the vet. She's gonna go to heaven because she's sick. But this is my baby, my firstborn.
Anywho, I can't even talk about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I won't
Okay,
be able
no.
to in a minute.
Okay, it's because of dogs. Because we've had dogs that we've had to put to sleep before, and it's really hard. So I feel terrible. But anyways, okay. So
Crying on the
I
vlog.
can't. I'm gonna mess up my eye makeup. Okay.
So like, subscribe,
like,
share,
ring the bell, follow
pray
us
for
on
me
Snapchat,
today.
Working for Free or Rachel Finholm, and yes, think of Rachel and Billy and pray for them as they have to do this afternoon because it sucks ass. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Yeah. So.
See y'all
Bye.
later.